Okay, so back in the kitchen. Don't tell the other half that we're back in the kitchen. So put the layout together. You can see it's a bit far away down there, but we've put the both ends of the baseboards together. So the idea being, this video is going to show me, we're going to go through where we're going to put the bits that we've been making for the last couple of episodes. So the farm and the shed, whereabouts they are going to sit on the layout. So a couple of things before we go any further. You can see we've put the cattle dock on, so that's been sighted, so you can see where that's going to fit in relation to the layout. So the idea being that cattle wagon that we showed you, so that's going to be around about there. Okay. You can also see where I've put the magnets for them couplings. So if anybody watched the other video, you can see that we've got the magnets already put in the boards, though I've done them earlier. So that's the idea. They're supposed to work. Needs a bit more weight behind it, so it should work. Hopefully, we're going to persevere with it. So this is a factory barn sort of workshop. It will have the rest of the wall around it. That's already made, just not fitted on at the moment. We've also, I don't know if you can see it, the light's not great. Try and have a bit of shade on it, but I don't know if you can see it. But we've put some cork in there, so that's just some cork shavings. So that's just PVA down to represent the road. So that will continue down here, and as you can see, we've got a big empty space that we're going to fill. So further along down the line, we have our grass bank. So you may have seen this on the earlier videos, so I'm quite pleased with this. It's turned out quite well. So this is effectively some insulating foam block that you see in roofs, so roof lining. So that is cut out, formed from that, covered in bandage, similar to what you see, what you get plastered up with when you go to get if you get a broken limb of some description. So plaster of Paris bandage over the top, and then covered in some nice, they call it scatter. So it is just literally just looks like grass. You just put PVA over the top, and then that just sprinkles over the top of it to represent your field. We've got the tractor in the corner. We've also got baseboards, back seams fitted as well. Now these I'm really pleased with. These came out really well. So again, these are only clamped on for the minute, they're not screwed on, so they fit all the way along. Again, commercially available, you can buy them off the shelf. Nothing special, it's nothing that I've done myself, so I've literally bought 2 rolls of them, so they fit continuously. So where the gap is, you can see where the gap in the baseboard, they continue along, so it's one continuous hill, no gaps in there, and they're just fitting onto plywood. So I sized it, it's similar to wallpapering really, so I sized the plywood first, and then just wallpaper paste and stuck them down. So they've come out really well. I'm really actually quite pleased with them. Once we've got the rest of the bits and pieces in place, they'll sit even better on there. So the actual cottage scene itself, so what we're going to do with that, so we've got this massive open space here, so I'm kind of hoping somewhere around here in this sort of setup we are going to have similar sort of thing to that. So that's my intention. So this will continue along here to about here behind the shed. So from there that way will be similar to this sort of material here. So this is actually carpet underlay. Carpet underlay, PVA glued down, cut down the size, so given a bit of a trim with a pair of scissors, and then gone over with an Airfit Humble paint to give it that colour. So looks quite effective. So that's going to be at an angle going back that way. Doesn't matter about that corner too much because that's going to be hidden by the goods shed. So again, the goods shed's not fitted, nor is the engine shed. So this is our cottage scene, this is our farmyard scene. So I'm really unsure at the moment how I'm going to do this. Roughly how you see it there, I think is pretty well how it's going to go on the scene. we've got one more important building that we've got to put on here, and this is the all important building, and that is the privy, the outside toilet. Look at that, look. Fantastic. So that'll probably go behind there, something like that, so you'll be able to see inside the toilet. So we've got a couple of outbuildings, our cottage and our shed. So I think we might have to move them back that way just a little bit. So this will continue along here, so that will continue along here and possibly finish, I don't know, probably finish here, possibly, I'm not sure yet, because this will have a stone wall around it, so the actual farmer can have his own little garden here, so the farmer's wife can have a little garden here, possibly have a pond in there, I don't know at this moment, don't know, paved walkway to the front door, perhaps some pretty flowers in there. So this will be a garden, this will be his little driveway, so he can park his little Mini in there. I've bought a little mini pickup for him, so that will go in there. And then here we'll have a gate. So here we'll have a gate going down to the wall. So this will be the entrance to his farm here, and also to the field further on. So planting it, I'm still undecided. It's going to look roughly like that. Somewhere around there is how it's going to sit. I'm just going to move them around until I'm happy with it. I want to try and hide, obviously we've got the gap where the two baseboards join, so I want to hide that with some rubble, some dirt or something, so it's less obtrusive. I was thinking maybe of putting that over the top and then just have it removable, because that would hide it quite well, but I'm unsure. And that's the whole idea of this video, is so you've got a rough idea how they're going to be, so hopefully the next video I make, you may see their actual fitting position. So that is roughly how it's going to go. I am still undecided completely. We've got a fence here, so this fence will continue along the length, so that will go up around there, so up, finish behind there, and like I say, we'll have a continuation of grass there, something that he can cut, or they'll have his field there. I can't think of any other bits and pieces that we're going to show. So the coal yard itself, so we'll just show you the coal yard as well. So we've got a brick wall for the coal yard. I've just noticed now I've got the back scene on there, that looks a bit odd, so I'm going to get some more fence, or perhaps extend that brick wall so it goes all the way along behind there. The coal yard itself, so again this is an off the shelf plastic kit. Looks very nice, come out really well. So it's quite a soft plastic on the top, so you can see that bends quite well, vacuum formed, but the rest of it is a plastic kit, so it looks really effective. I'm really quite pleased with that. The coal, so the coal is real coal, proper coal, came out of a steam engine, not saying which one because that would be telling. Put on to a foam former, so I shaped similar to the hillside that we saw. I made a little triangular shape of that, stuck that to the baseboard, PVA on top of that, and then glued the coal down. So again, real coal always looks, it's one of them things that never looks good. Artificial coal never looks good. Again, following that through, we've got another coal store at the end. I've got some sacks, coal sacks that I'm going to put in there, similar sort of stuff. One thing I've still got to get is actually a horse box for here. I've got to get a lorry, horse box lorry. Struggling to find one, so if anybody knows where I can get one, not a full size one, I haven't got proper horses, I need a model one, so no jokes or anything about that. So that is our layout as we stand, so it's coming together nicely. I'm really quite pleased with it so far, it's actually looking quite nice. Again, we've got our grubby tractor, so what's going to be quite nice is the fact that we've got this grubby tractor, so this will be the farmer's tractor. Again, my plan is to have the farmer stood up here feeding his cows, straw in the back feeding the cows, and then he'll be able to watch a brand new tractor turn up. So I've got a brand new tractor on the back of a wagon. You may have seen it in one of the other videos. So that'll be turning up, so you'll be able to see his brand new tractor turning up. Just a little cameo in it, sort of thing. So that'll do for this part. So hopefully next time you see it, you'll be able to see where I'm putting these. My shed, the reason it's in the kitchen is my shed isn't quite long enough to have both of these baseboards together. I can only really work on one baseboard at a time. I can put both boards together, but unfortunately the shed leaks a little bit when they're together, so where they are, so one of the baseboards gets a bit wet, so I tend to only work on one baseboard at a time. But once I know where everything goes in my head, then I can actually do one baseboard at a time and then work on it. So like I say, next time you see it, hopefully they'll be all in place. Thank you very much for watching.